Snoop Dogg, the iconic rapper, actor, and cultural figure, has never been one to shy away from sharing his opinions, and his recent comments on LGBTQ representation in children's movies have sparked a heated debate. Known for his laid-back persona and genre-defining contributions to hip-hop, Snoop has built a career that spans music, film, and television, often blending humor with social commentary. However, his latest remarks, which expressed discomfort with the inclusion of LGBTQ themes and content aimed at young audiences, have drawn both support and criticism, highlighting the complex intersection of entertainment, cultural values, and personal beliefs. The controversy began during a recent interview where Snoop Dogg was asked about the increasing visibility of LGBTQ characters and storylines in children's films and television shows. The 53-year-old artist, whose real name is Calvin Broadus Jr., stated that he believes such themes are inappropriate for young viewers, arguing that children's content should focus on traditional narratives that avoid complex social issues. He emphasized his perspective as a parent and grandparent, suggesting that parents should have the primary role in introducing sensitive topics to their children, rather than media outlets. His comments were framed as a defense of age-appropriate content, but they quickly ignited a firestorm of reactions from fans, activists, and industry peers. Snoop's stance reflects a broader cultural debate about the role of media in shaping young minds. Children's films, from animated blockbusters to family-friendly series, have increasingly incorporated diverse representation, including LGBTQ characters, to reflect the realities of modern society. Studios like Disney and Pixar have introduced characters with subtle nods to queer identities, such as same-sex couples in background roles or characters exploring their identities. Advocates argue that this representation fosters inclusivity and helps children understand diverse perspectives from an early age. Snoop, however, expressed concern that such content might confuse young viewers or introduce topics they're not ready to process, a view that resonates with some parents but clashes with the push for inclusivity. The backlash to Snoop's comments was swift, particularly on social media, where fans and activists accused him of perpetuating harmful stereotypes. Many pointed out that representation in media can normalize acceptance and reduce stigma, benefiting both LGBTQ youth and their peers. Critics argued that shielding children from diverse identities could reinforce exclusionary attitudes, undermining efforts to create a more inclusive society. Some fans expressed disappointment, noting Snoop's history of supporting marginalized communities, including his advocacy for criminal justice reform and his collaborations with artists across diverse backgrounds. They questioned why a figure known for his progressive stances would take a conservative position on this issue. On the other hand, Snoop's supporters rallied to his defense, arguing that his comments were rooted in a desire to protect children's innocence rather than malice. They emphasized that his perspective aligns with a segment of parents who feel that media should prioritize entertainment over social messaging. Some fans praised Snoop for speaking his mind, even if his views were unpopular, highlighting his authenticity as a public figure. The debate has underscored the polarized nature of discussions about representation, with both sides citing the well-being of children as their primary concern. Snoop's comments also come in the context of his evolving public persona. Once known primarily as a gangsta rap pioneer, Snoop has reinvented himself as a multifaceted entertainer, appearing in family-friendly projects like The Addams Family and Doggy Daycare. His role as a coach on The Voice and his partnership with Martha Stewart have broadened his appeal, making him a household name across generations. This mainstream success has placed him under greater scrutiny, as his opinions carry weight with a diverse audience. His remarks on LGBTQ representation, while controversial, reflect his willingness to engage with cultural issues, even at the risk of backlash. The debate has also sparked discussions about the responsibilities of celebrities in shaping public discourse. Snoop's platform, amplified by his decades-long career, gives his words significant impact, and his comments have prompted reflection on how public figures navigate sensitive topics. Some argue that celebrities should use their influence to promote inclusivity, while others believe they have the right to express personal beliefs, even if they're divisive. Snoop's history of philanthropy and community engagement adds complexity to the conversation, as his critics and supporters weigh his contributions against his recent statements. As the controversy unfolds, Snoop has remained relatively quiet, allowing the debate to play out online. His comments have prompted calls for dialogue about the balance between artistic freedom, parental rights, and the need for diverse representation in media. Some advocates have suggested that Snoop's perspective could be an opportunity for education, encouraging open conversations about why representation matters. Others hope he will clarify or soften his stance, given his history of evolving on social issues. The broader implications of this debate extend to the entertainment industry, where studios are navigating the challenge of creating content that appeals to diverse audiences while addressing cultural sensitivities. The inclusion of LGBTQ themes in children's media is part of a larger trend toward diversity, but it remains a lightning rod for controversy. Snoop's remarks have brought this tension to the forefront, highlighting the need for nuanced discussions about how to represent marginalized communities without alienating segments of the audience. For Snoop Dogg, this moment is a reminder of the complexities of fame in the digital age. His ability to spark such a passionate debate underscores his cultural relevance, even as it invites scrutiny. As he continues to navigate his career, from music to television to philanthropy, Snoop's comments will likely remain a point of contention, shaping how fans and critics perceive his legacy. Whether he chooses to engage further with the issue or let the controversy fade, his remarks have ignited a conversation that reflects the broader challenges of representation in modern media.